Good morning, I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico style. That was my version of fastening the seatbelt and the bumpy ride.
Yeah, bumpy ride. I mean, it's depressing. It's hard to even turn on the news, I think.
Isn't it?
In the morning, just because of all the talk about finances. I mean, it's already been, you know, you're dealing with high gas prices and all this stuff, and now stock going down and a lot of uncertainty and a lot of people scared right now.
History-making problems, and of course that's great that we'll be talking about it today. Get a little bit of advice.
Right.
I mean,
because of the AAA rating.
The downgrade.
Yeah.
I mean, that's never happened before, Kristen, ever. I mean, this is crazy.
And it could take some time to come out of it. You know, it's happened in places like Australia, Canada, and it's taken them 9, 12 years sometimes more to get back up to where we used to be, back up to that AAA. So
I know it's tough. Well, we'll get good advice from Tom today, and of course talk about the world. Another thing that really depressed me this morning. I hate to bring everybody down, but the story about London and what's going on with the riots in London. I mean, it breaks your heart to see what is going on there, and we just send prayers to everybody out in the UK and just hope things get better, because that is just, I was astounding. I have friends out in London, and I know a lot of the action was taking place over by Liverpool, and I mean, but to hear that what's going on there and the looting and the rioting, and I mean, it's so sad. So we just want to send all of our wishes to anybody who has any friends or family out in London and hope that it gets better. Right?
Yeah, and let's talk about something more positive.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's. It's Tuesday, right? We already are like, oh, it's Tuesday. We have to make it happy. Okay, so let's talk about guilty pleasures.
Okay.
Okay. So you know, reality TV, huge guilty pleasure of mine. You're not as bad as I am with reality TV. You kind of are more like with the competition shows, but when it comes to like the brainless things, that I'm a little worse with that, because that's my escape.
That's your thing.
That's my escape. But ABC's Bachelor Pad actually finished its 3-hour premiere last night.
Wow.
3 hours? Yes, I did waste 3 hours of my life, indeed. Bachelor Pad, actually what it does is it brings back the players from The Bachelor, from The Bachelorette, and if they haven't had a success story in their relationship, they come back, they live in this house, and they compete for money, okay?
Right.
So it's kind of like at the end, it's a moral issue, because you're kind of wondering, are you going to end up going for somebody because you love them, or you just end up going up for the money at the end and hurting someone you love? You never know.
Either way, there's got to be a lot of drama involved in that.
Well, when you figure that the premiere was 3 hours, okay, listen to the drama. This edition actually reunites Vienna. Now, Vienna was with her former fiance was Jake. Now, Jake Pavelka was actually The Bachelor a couple seasons ago. They ended up getting together, and then their breakup became this big TV sensation because he kind of had a bad temper, and she acted all scared, and it was this crazy
And now they're in
thing.
the same house?
Now they're in the same house, but she has a new boyfriend, Kristen. She has a new boyfriend, and he's like trying to protect her and be the tough guy. She's being dramatic, and Jake is trying to make peace.
Wait, the boyfriend's in the house too?
Yes.
How does that, how does that happen? He wasn't on the show. They just let him come on.
He was he was on The Bachelorette.
Oh, so she went from one to another?
Yes, but even better than that, another favorite whose name is Gia, she's back, and Gia was dating a guy named Wes who was on another season. Well, Vienna, I won't even tell you what I think she is. Vienna cheated with Wes when Wes was with Gia. And now Gia's in the house too. It's a mad mess.
Who needs soap opera when you can watch this happen in real life?
And you know what? And you know what the best part of all this, and the reason I'm going on about it, is because what it does is it makes you feel better about your own life. And that's the lesson to be learned.
See, to me, it stresses me out. I don't know. I feel like there's enough drama in real life. I try to stay away from it. And then on TV, when I see it even more there, I'm like, oh, okay.
See?
No more drama.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here going, well, maybe my life isn't so dramatic after all.
For some reason, when I watch it in real life, it gets me. But then when you watch drama in regular TV in the land of make-believe, like say Desperate Housewives, I think that's a lot more fun to watch. And unfortunately for me, it's going away. Wisteria Lane, dead end. ABC has confirmed reports that Desperate Housewives' upcoming 8th season will actually be its last. I think it's kind of sad.
It is sad. And of course, I mean, I joke around about reality TV. As far, you know, I've been an actress, and as far as actors go, there's nothing better than scripted television. It's what brings all the work to the real talented actors. But it is kind of surprising that it's really over. Even though I kind of felt like it was going a little bit on a downward spiral, it's shocking that it's done.
Well, the ladies are getting older and older, you know. There's only so much plastic surgery you can do to stay looking young and good for Desperate Housewives. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, but they don't look too desperate to me. They still look pretty good.
Really good. I'm just teasing.
And you know we love TV, and of course with the new fall season coming up here on Fox, it's going to be awesome. Fox TV is actually gearing up for the network's entire fall schedule, which is just like a month away. I don't know how summer is passing us by so fast, but new faces are actually entering the lineup, and some staple shows will be returning as well.
Fox's Adam Housley has a sneak preview.
It was a Fox summer beach party as familiar faces joined the new shows on the block to highlight the fall network schedule.
Oh, I like to sing to myself a lot. A lot.
Joining her sister on Fox, Zooey Deschanel is starring in her own sitcom called New Girl, but got distracted when the So You Think You Can Dance top 4 hit the carpet.
I like Melanie. You like Melanie? I like I mean, they're all amazing, so.
Other new shows include J.J. Abrams' Alcatraz, Steven Spielberg's Terra Nova, and the Bones spin-off Finder. 2 animated comedies, Alan Gregory and Napoleon Dynamite, are drawn in, and I Hate My Teenage Daughters stars one-time teenage star Jamie Presley.
I was far from an angel. I was a terror. I was much like our creators, Sherry and Ellen. We all share that common bond of, yeah, we were hellacious at 14. Hormone hell.
With the debut of The X Factor hitting airways in September, judges Paula Abdul and L.A. Reid put to rest who was the second toughest behind Simon Cowell.
Oh, I'm not a harsh critic at all, no. I tend to be honest about what I see and say. I don't know if I think she's harsher than I am, actually.
As So You Think You Can Dance picked its Season 8 champ, the Final 4 felt a little out of place in the spotlight.
Are we famous? We're famous now?
I don't really think we're famous.
We're not famous yet.
Dance host and first-time Emmy nominee Kat Deely is excited with the nomination.
I've faced facts. I am just kind of a bit of an idiot, slightly gawky teen about it, and I'm really excited.
Hosting TV's biggest night, Glee's Jane Lynch is already prepping for the primetime Emmys, also airing on Fox in September.
There'll be a little singing, a little dancing. We're going to move it along. We're going to have some like some short films, and but basically it's about the award.
And although this could be the last season for House, newcomer Odette Annable is excited but nervous about getting the medical jargon right.
It's a lot of jargon, absolutely, and I was very nervous about that at first. But, you know, as long as you prepare and you do your job, then you should be okay. But I'm not going to lie. I mean, ceftriaxone, it's you know, the words. You gotta study.
You better not eat that breast, Kip. Try and stop me, Napoleon.
In Hollywood, Adam Housley, Fox News.
I love
Napoleon Dynamite. And you know what? We actually had one of the guys from the movie come talk at College of Charleston, and he said it was actually intended to be a serious movie, but then it ended up being a comedy because people thought it was funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious, yeah.
Love it. Can't wait for the fall season. So excited.
And speaking of fall, not lunch. I'm thinking about lunch right now. School is right around the corner.
I know.
And kids who brown bag their lunch may not be eating the safest food. Researchers tested perishable items from more than 700 preschoolers' lunches and found that 90% of the food was at unsafe temperatures.
Researchers tested more than 700 preschoolers' lunch packs and found less than 2% of the meats, vegetables, and dairy products were in the safe temperature zone. And this was even true when lunches were packed in insulated containers and had ice packs as well. So that's interesting. I mean, I used to take a little brown bag when I had things that were non-perishable. When I would bring tuna fish or things like chicken sandwiches, I would always bring a lunch box.
Right. Well, doctors are saying now that, you know, you shouldn't be brown bagging it at all. And then again, like you were just talking about, even though the parents that pack the lunches that have the ice in there, they're still finding that the temperatures are dropping below 40 or climbing above 40 degrees. So here's a look at what you really need to think about. These food safety tips here. 40 degrees or greater can lead to foodborne illnesses, and so you need to avoid perishable meats like cheese, milk, and mayonnaise. Those can certainly cause problems because those will spoil. And then freeze water and use it as an ice pack. Now that's a good tip, because what you can do is you can take a water bottle, that's your ice pack, and then you want to take that to get to school, and then once you get there, stick it in the refrigerator, because they're finding that even though they're getting into the refrigerator, some of those foods are still getting above 40 degrees. And then you want to pack fruit with peels, like oranges, apples, and bananas. Those are usually a little bit better. And then don't pack food that's temperature dependent. You want to use stuff like nuts, peanut butter, whole grain cereal, packaged milk.
Yeah, because you really never know. I mean, you don't know how hot the classroom's going to get, and you don't know sometimes where things will end up being able to be stored. So, of course, above all, you want to take care of your health. So, and it also looks nice. Also, I would say the lunch boxes are much cuter than the brown paper bags.
They
if I do say so.
I have one of those little igloo like cooler things.
Oh, those are good too.
Remember?
Those are really good.
So maybe something like that. But brown bags. Those are cute. I don't know. There's something about that.
If your mom decorates them, they're cute.
Peanut butter sandwiches will be okay in there, right?
I'm always good for a good peanut butter sandwich. I'm also really good for going to weddings. I'm going to my sister's wedding next week, but I'm really hoping what happened here doesn't happen to her.
Talk about a wedding crasher. A 300-pound mother bear and her cub crashed a wedding Sunday at a Taos resort, romping across lawns, climbing trees as wedding guests grabbed their cameras.
Unbelievable. A New Mexico Game and Fish officer used a dart gun to sedate the mother bear as it sat perched in a tree about 30 feet off the ground on Sunday night. And fortunately, she was later released, but as for the cub, it ran off into the woods. So yeah, talk about wedding crashers. That is
Look at that thing.
That is definitely a memorable wedding moment. A bear crashing your wedding. You gotta love it.
Well, and you know how you hear about bridesmaids saying, you know what, or brides saying, I don't want flower girls because they steal all the attention away from me. I bet that, you know, there could have been an unhappy bride if she were thinking that in that direction.
That's a major attention stealer. Another attention stealer would be some rain if we could get it.
We need it. We're not going to see it today, but maybe this weekend. Here's a look at the forecast.